There is a huge number of stray and unwanted dogs in Sicily. They will not neuter dogs. They don't want any dogs that are neutered. A dog comes on heat, lots of male unneutered dogs around. Dog gets pregnant. Once a dog stops lactating, she's back in heat. Unless she's taken away and neutered, she's going to get pregnant again and again and again. And before you know it, you have an exponential number of dogs which are unneutered, reproducing. Amy gave birth 6 puppies in the middle of the piazza in Vizzini, Piazza Marconi, and because she was a stray and she had a brother whom they did manage to poison, the villagers were always throwing stones at her, trying to poison her. Basically she was a menace because she was very, very scared and consequently quite aggressive. She hated children, still does. She'd bite anyone and anything. It took me from April till August till I could actually go near her and touch her basically, but that was it then.
And it was Christmas before she let me near her.
And she's changed. I mean, she's magnificent.
You can see what a dog she is now.
This is a savage dog that everybody wanted to poison and kill because she was dangerous. In excess of 650 dogs. Don't forget, we also rescued several dogs in Sicily which weren't homed and which were either reintroduced to live in various places as strays, but with volunteers feeding them on a regular basis, so they had no problem for food. Well, we have 2 charities, if you like. One of them is in Sicily, which is rescuing, nurturing, microchipping and bringing back to health and finding homes for the dogs, which is quite a big job because when you find a home for a dog, you've got to interview, you have to visit, you have to make sure they satisfy all the criteria. And we also follow the dogs for at least a year before we let them go on their way. We actually make sure that we're in contact with the owners. And then we have the other charity in Malta, which is basically multifaceted. One is our field, which you know very well, where we take the dogs and it's free for use for everybody else to bring their dogs to play with other dogs and to socialize with other dogs. And of course, by playing and socializing, they have less problems at home. And the other one is my little bit of work on the side, if you like, where like I did this morning, visiting people with problems and helping them iron out their problems by showing them a few techniques, like if a dog barks at strangers or at children, what to do, if a dog is showing signs of aggression. Usually it just boils down to one thing, that they're not getting enough exercise and socializing with other dogs. Usually that is the root of most of the problems with dogs. You have to make sure that they adopt dogs because they love dogs, they would like to perhaps have a household with a dog because a household with dogs is a happy household, generally speaking. But we do make sure that they are committed to, no matter what happens if the dog gets ill in the future, that they're committed to taking care of the dog until the dog dies, basically. That they can and will take the dog out regularly, not just around the block on the lead, but to a place, a dog park or a field where the dog can run and play regularly. That financially they are in a position to pay vet's bills should they crop up, if ever. And of course that they're going to love the dog as part of the family. That's the most important thing. Well, we have 7, I think, permanent, and 2 which I think are here to stay as well, Rusty and Percy, who are very scared, don't easily make friends with people, but they're okay with us, with me in particular, I think. So yeah, we've got 9 dogs at the moment. We had Briar, who died last summer. He was another very difficult dog, and yeah, hopefully that's, it'll stick at 9. I really don't want to have any more.
Well, the European legal limit is 10.
Yes. By liking our page on Adopt a Sicilian Stray, because by liking our page it means we have a wider reach and therefore we can find more homes. That's the first way they can help us, by sharing our posts. With regards to donations, we have a bank account and we have PayPal. But I think the most important thing is putting us in contact with potential good homes. For me, that's the most important thing, that these dogs go to good homes. It's the most important thing.